All right. Good evening, everybody. This is the NBA Future Show Part 2. We had to break it down from East to West Coast because, we like Bad Boy and Death Row. We always doing East and West Coast. Got my brother Rome here. Say hi to everybody.
What's going on, good people?
You killed it last time with your East Coast predictions. You did a solid job. Now
Thank
we go. Now we're gonna go to the West Coast. You know what I'm saying? So throw your W's up if you're feeling me. Throw your W's up. West Side. All right, here we go. First team we got is the Oklahoma City Thunder. Of course, we all know they've traded Chris Paul over the offseason, lost Billy Donovan. I really don't even know who the coach is, to be honest with you now. But Vegas has them at 22 and a half wins. What do you
you.
think? Over or under?
Wow. Read the
Now, let,
roster, man. What the
let me read
roster?
the roster. Okay, first up, we have the great Al Horford, who's making 27.
Al Horford is on the Thunder?
Yeah, remember he got traded. Philly traded him.
Gosh, that's terrible.
He's making 27.5 million the next 3 years. That's positive.
For who?
Well, for his
For
pockets
his
and his
family.
family. We got Trevor Ariza, where they find him. They got George Hill, Darius Miller, Justin Jackson, T.J. Leaf, Shea Gill. That's pretty much it, man. They got Lou Dort. He
No,
did pretty good.
so they don't even have one star.
Well,
Wow.
you don't consider Al Horford a star?
Man, please. Wow, that's tough. And
That's
then the
tough.
West?
Stay in the West, bro.
Yeah. 22?
22 and a half. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds about right. So I guess I'll go under.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. They're gonna play tough and they got like 15,000
They
draft
also
picks.
they
So
also lost Schroeder, who was
they
a
did
big
lose
part of
Schroeder.
the team.
Yeah. I mean, they just I'm not gonna say they fell off because they really never were on, but losing people like Steven Adams, Chris
Steven
Paul,
Adams they lost, yeah.
they've lost a lot, and they've totally are embracing the tanking. And you know me, I'm not. I I think the tanking in
Well,
the
this don't.
best.
But from who you named, that don't sound like rebuild. But they need to go into rebuild mode next season. They
Well,
can't keep Horford with that type of contract.
but and I get you, but
I think
dude,
Trevor Ariza got a nice size contract.
no, he's only making 12 and a half. He's on a 1 year
Oh,
deal. He's making 12 and a half.
okay.
So with Horford, let's see, next year 27 and a half. I mean, I thought he was untradeable last year, but someone wants. NBA, everyone can be traded. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody. You saw what your boy Shams put out about Ben Simmons.
You know how I feel about that. Listen, you get a chance to get a guy like James Harden who has his faults. He might not be in shape right now. Whatever. You got to take it. The dude finished what, top four and MVP the last 5 years?
Yep.
Honestly, not many players, Jordan, LeBron, Shaq, not many players can say that they did that. You got to go
Yep.
for it. You have to. All right, next team up, we got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Vegas has them at 28 and a half wins. What do you think?
Hmm.
Let me read down some of the roster, right? He's chewing on that. You got Carl Anthony Towns, D'Angelo Russell, Ricky Rubio, Malik Beasley, top draft pick Anthony Edwards. Shit, they got an all right team. Looking at the names, like they're not super whack, yo.
No, they got nice young talent there. The problem is leadership. Cat has shown that he's not ready to lead yet. Then he's coming off very unfortunate family deaths. 7 deaths in the last less than a year, and
That should have
man,
whip you up.
yeah,
Yeah,
they already saying that in practices he's not playing well, and preseason he hasn't been playing well, and
dude,
he's the leader of the team.
he's
Oof.
the leader of the team. He's the best player.
Hmm.
Losing your mother like that in just like a short period of time, you can't have funeral. Like he might need some time off. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
for real, that's real.
Yeah. We
That's
we got
real.
they got him locked up for the next 5 years, making like 30 mil per. give him maybe a month off, get your mind right, and because this is a long-term thing we have with him. So
Yeah. What Vegas got him at?
Vegas has them at 28 and a half wins.
I'll go. I'll go over.
I think so too. Like they got a team, bro. Like
Yeah,
D'Angelo
they
Russell with Ricky,
D'Angelo could play.
yeah, with Ricky Rubio there now, he can play off ball and just
Exactly.
score.
Yeah. Rubio and D Russ could play together.
Yeah, I 1000% agree. Now I
They
went
they
on.
may they might play together.
Yeah.
Rubio might not be a backup.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You're saying put him in the starting lineup.
Yeah, and have Russ play that two spot because Russ could play both. He could play off the ball and point guard, so they could kind of go back and forth. Well, I guess Rubio can't play off the ball, but
No, I
they could play together.
totally get it. I think that just one thing Rubio has to understand: don't show any text messages from him and his girlfriend to D'Angelo Russell. That just won't be kind. All right, so next team up we have the glorious, the one Shaquille O'Neal called them the Sacramento Queens. We're
Yeah.
gonna call them the Sacramento Kings.
Don't forget he's also an owner there now.
He's also an owner.
So
He went 15 years ago from calling them the Queens to partially owning them. God,
yes, sir.
America's so good.
Gotta love it.
Okay. Vegas has them at 27 and a half wins. Let me go down some of the roster for you, bro. You got Buddy Hield, who's they say he's 28, but he's easily 34. You got Harrison, All NBA Life Barnes, Corey Joseph, who I've never heard of in my life, but is making $13 million.
Yeah, Corey Joseph, a champion. He won a chip with San Antonio. He was a third string on their last chip.
That last chip was 7 years ago, bro.
It don't matter when it was. He's still a champion. Rings don't expire.
Good point. They got Marvin Bagley, another Dookie, who actually got picked above Luka Doncic. Never fails. De'Aaron Fox. Who else they got? Jabari Parker, another Dookie.
Jabari Parker's on Sacramento.
He's on Sacramento. You got
I'm
Tyrese.
gonna look for him tonight. They play Golden State tonight, so
They played Golden State the other night too. So
yeah. Remember, that's how the NBA is doing it now. When you play a team,
right. We got Hassan Whiteside, Glenn Robinson III, your boy Frankie Kaminsky. They got some all right names.
How many Vegas had?
27 and a half.
I'm gonna go over.
Really? Why?
I think they're a better team than 27 wins. I think if De'Aaron stays healthy, Marvin Bagley stays healthy and learns how to play. I don't know if him and the coach are on the same page or what's going on with that Bagley thing. Besides this, him not being healthy, but they got rid of a lot of the other bigs that they had. Or they got rid of Willie Cauley-Stein. They got rid of Harry Giles.
Yep.
So they're making room for Marvin Bagley. He just needs to be healthy and do what he do, man. He looked good the other night. I watched him. He looked all right.
Yeah, the thing about Bagley, what I always thought about him, I never looked at him as like a throw him in a post and he gonna get like 20 and 10. I thought he was gonna be a rim runner, offensive rebounder, like that type of guy, which has a lot of value.
He can hit threes too.
Yeah, he can move too. He's a great athlete. So what we always say about these young guys, you gotta just find your niche. And
yeah.
That's it. Unless you're super great LeBron types, you gotta just find your niche and what you're good at. So we will see. Next up, we have the five-time champions, San Antonio Spurs. Vegas has them at 29 and a half wins. Ew. What happened? We used to look up to them. What happened?
Yeah, it's still hard for me to count the Spurs out. I know they didn't make it last year, but that was the first time in 20-something years.
No, it's insane. They've been good basically our whole watching NBA life. And
who's on their roster?
Who's on the roster? We got DeMar DeRozan making a cool $28 million. He's on an expiring though, so he could be dangled.
He will be.
You got LaMarcus Aldridge making $24 million. He's an expiring too. Will be dangled. DeJounte Murray, Rudy Gay, Patty Mills, Jacob Poletti.
Yeah.
Trey Lyles, who else? Lonnie Walker, I've heard of him. Tyler Zeller, and Trey Jones is on the team. And that's it. That's it. That's the people that we really.
And how many wins?
29 and a half.
That's a tricky one. Because I think they're going to be right there at that 29-30. Out of 72 games, yeah, they're going to be around that 29. I'm going to go under.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
tough. I don't
It
think
is.
we've ever,
It's,
I don't think
it's
we've
very
ever done
tough.
that. I mean, yeah. So what is like a
Because
good
the West is so, man, Phoenix got drastically better, I think.
right.
And then
New Orleans and
New Orleans is going to be better. I have another thing I want to say, but I'll wait till we get to that team.
Okay. I'm with you. I still can't go under 29 and a half, though, yo. Like, you gonna tell me
that's rough.
Popovich can't get 30 wins? I know it's only 72 games and all that, but I just can't do it, bro. I'm going over with them, man.
Gotcha.
You know? But now tell me a good destination for DeMar DeRozan with his expiring
I was
contract.
actually thinking about that yesterday because I think they played yesterday. What about getting rid of McCollum for DeRozan? Now the Spurs don't need McCollum, but at least they get back a really good and younger two guard who could average 20 points a game.
Now, would you look at that as a lateral move, or would you say DeMar DeRozan's better than CJ McCollum?
He's a better fit in terms of what he can get him. He's a much bigger guard. He's a much better defender. You know, better finisher. He's way more consistent than CJ. That's part of my issue with CJ. I like CJ a lot, but his inconsistency still, where one night 28, next night 17, next night 25, next night 18. Like that inconsistency. And he's small. They already have Dame.
Yeah, I can see. And it's been 7 years, and we might have just
Yeah.
reached our peak with what we have here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, well, that's a good point.
They keep changing the front court and leaving the back court together, but might have to make a change in that back court. I think DeRozan could play with Dame.
I like that. I will definitely put that down. That's a good look. Good look, man. All right, next up we have the Memphis Grizzlies. Vegas has them at 30 and a half wins. Let me go down some of the roster for you. They got Gorgie Dang, Valanciunas, Justice Winslow, Dylan Brooks, Kyle Anderson, of course, Rookie of the Year, Ja. They got Tyus Jones, DeAnthony Milton, Jaren Jackson. They got the Dookie Grayson Allen. Hope he doesn't trip up.
Watch yourself.
Jonte Porter. They got some. This is a good young team here, bro. The oldest player I named was Gorgie Dang at 30 years old.
And they're not going to be as good as they were last year.
Why do you say that?
Because people know they're coming now. No one saw them coming. Nobody. And they were a young, really overconfident team, overconfident in a good way. Well, Ja Morant's going to have a beast season. But them other cats, Jaren Jackson can't stay healthy. Hasn't been able to stay healthy yet. Yeah. He's a good player, but they're not gonna catch nobody sleeping this shit. They're not. I think the Pelicans are gonna be better than them.
Okay. So they got them at 30 and a half.
And then so by Pelicans becoming better, Phoenix coming better, that's gonna push. Yeah, right. That's gonna slide. That's gonna slide them down. So you said 30 and a half?
30 and a half, yeah.
Let's go under.
Wow. Okay. Now, what's your peak? Give me your peak ceiling for Ja Morant. Like all NBA level?
Oh, um, he could possibly be all NBA because he's so much younger. A lot of the other really good point guards are much older.
Mhm,
So you
mhm.
got him, you got Trey Young. What other really good young point guards is there besides those two?
Um,
That could be potentially. I
All
mean,
NBA,
De'Aaron Fox, but
De'Aaron
I don't know
Fox.
if I see Fox getting to that level. John Moran, man, he's special, bro.
He's special. He's definitely special.
Yeah, he's special.
Um,
He could potentially become all NBA. There's really nothing he can't do.
nah, because he could damn sure get up. He get
Whew,
up. He's faster. He's like a Westbrook. And can shoot better. Let's be honest. But I mean,
definitely
Westbrook.
already, and
Yeah, but
he really can't shoot that well, but he already can shoot better than Russell Westbrook.
I agree. I
I
agree.
mean, same explosiveness as Russell Westbrook. Much he's to me, he's a better passer than Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook kind of forces his passing, but John Morant is more of a natural,
A
really good
natural passer.
passer.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
Russell
and he get you 25.
Russell passes like okay, I have to. Sure. No, that's fair. That's fair. All right. Next up, we have the Houston Rockets. We all know they've been going through a little drama recently. Let's
Mhm,
see. Vegas has them at 34.5 wins. And I did this. These were printed out last week, so
mhm.
the trade was already, you know what I mean. All the trades were already done by then. Looking at their roster, they got Johnny Wall, they got James Harden, Eric Gordon, Christian Wood, Daniel House, Gerald Green, Boogie Cousins. Who else? Kenya Martin Jr. I know he's not gonna play that much, but he's somebody we know. His last season, he's gonna make it 46 million.
Cool.
Harden. Um, Eric Gordon's making 20 million per. Christian Wood, who I've heard of him, but I've never seen him play. He's making 13, 14 million. They
John
gotta
Wall.
make
They have to have the largest salary,
yeah,
and
they gotta be up there. They just
John
have
Wall over 25, ain't
25 million per.
he? Yeah. What's
Nah,
John
son.
Wall at?
Bro, he making 41 this year.
That's what I
40
said. He's over 25.
no, over 25 is like 30. He's over 40. He's making 41 this year,
I just,
44 next year,
yeah,
47 3 years from now.
how do you have two people on your team making 40 something?
No, bro, they make it close to 50, bro. Those 22, the season 22-23, they're both going to be making damn near $100 million, bro, between those two.
Wall has a lot to play for and to prove, but Boogie has a lot to play for and to prove. Um, Eric Gordon has to stay healthy. Um, Harden, who knows what the deal is with him. But I mean, basketball is basketball. So as long as he's on that court, he's gonna play. But I mean, I got them over.
You got them over 34 and a half wins.
Hmm.
I have to agree with you.
They to be top six, they're gonna have to be in the 40s.
I mean, they got a lot of moving parts though, bro. Like it,
They do.
I can see your logic, and you're just saying when it's all said and done, we got to roll the balls out, and I still have 3 All NBA caliber players, right? Like
One
that's
on
your
one on.
logic.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't know, man.
And PJ Tucker, Eric Gordon, those are good other pieces. Daniel House, another really good piece. They Houston not a bad team at all. It's just the BS that they dealing with Harden is really the issue.
Right? Yeah, I agree. I agree. So what we got 34 and a half. All right, well, fair enough. Next team up, we have one of our all-time favorite league pass teams, New Orleans Pelicans. Vegas has them at 36 and a half wins. And let me go on
Wow.
some Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Let me go over some of the roster for you. We have Steven Adams. We have Eric Bledsoe. We have J.J. Redick, a Dookie. We have Lonzo Big Baller Brand Ball. We have Zion Williamson, another Dookie. Jackson Hayes, Nicolo Melli. Who else? We got Josh Hart. Um, who else do we have? That's pretty much all the players that we really know. Nickel Alexander Walker is a solid player too, bro.
Sure is.
Um,
He'll be third string.
Yeah, they got a squad. Like you said, like they they got a squad. How much they got them at 36 and a half?
Yeah, wow.
What you thinking, bro?
That's above Houston.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. By 2 games, which is a big amount. And
It is. Yeah, with y'all betting types. Wow, 36 games, 50 over, so over 500.
Wait, I didn't even name Ingram. My bad. I didn't even.
Nope, you didn't know BI.
Bruh,
So potential 2 All-Stars.
Potential two. Wait, what 2 offers you got? Who you got? Zoe and
BI and Zion.
Ingram?
No, BI and Zion.
Okay, fair enough.
And then Zoe on a contract year.
So on the contract, and we know
how them contract years go. So
Agent Otto Porter contract year. Bruh, they got a squad. Man,
JJ, Eric Bledsoe.
well, we could do without Eric Bledsoe and his. I mean, shit, he's making his last season. He got 3 more years.
He's a really good backup. If I'm assuming they're gonna have him back up Zoe. Now he ain't gonna like it.
That's my point.
He ain't gonna just take that sitting down. But bro, you and him and Zoe can play together because he Bledsoe's better off the ball.
Right,
but
he totally is.
I don't think I want him in my lineup. I'd rather him coming off my bench. I'm gonna go over.
Wow, you're gonna go over 36 and a half wins to win 36 and a half. Wow. They got
come on.
They got a squad though, bro. If they don't make the playoffs this year, I would say that's a huge disappointment.
I don't even think I have them going to the playoffs though.
Well, if you look at it right now, the way I numbered them, they have them at number 9.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I have them making the playoffs this year.
They got to, bro. Steven Adams, they got him on a really good contract, bro. Like, for some reason, he's making $27.5 million this year, but then after that, 17 per.
It goes down.
I don't know how they did that, but I'm on basketballreference.com. So
yeah, no, but that's a legit site. They've been around for 30 years.
No, that's my go-to. Wow. So you don't have them even at 36 and a half making the playoffs?
I'm writing down my teams now.
That's interesting. I mean, because Vegas sure doesn't have them either. Saying that the top 8 make it. You know what I'm saying? All right. Next up, what's up?
No, go ahead.
Next up, we have the Golden State Warriors, the former dynasty. Vegas also has them at 36 and a half wins. Let me go down some of the players. Of course, we know Klay Thompson got injured this year, so that sucks. Let's say they got Curry, of course. Andrew Wiggins, Draymond Green, Kelly Oubre, big man James Wiseman, Kevon Looney, Kent Bazemore is back in the Bay. Brad Wanamaker, who was on the Celtics last year. Who else they got that we would know? Marquise Chris, we know him. He was a lottery pick, former lottery pick. So they got an okay team. Nothing great. This isn't nothing's going to be the dynasty years, but this is a meddling playoff team. What do you think?
Yeah, they'll be in that playoff. That's 7 to 10 where they got to fight for the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Name it. So, Wiggins, Curry, Dre, Wiseman, Looney,
Kelly Oubre.
Yeah. I got you. What is it? Over 30? I mean, it's 36.
36 and a half. Yep.
Over.
Yeah, I think so. Just off of their pedigree alone,
Hmm.
because what's your take on Wiseman? Give me your floor and give me your ceiling with him. Is his floor all the way candy?
I don't know. Remember he only played like 3 or 4 games in college.
Right, because he was cheating.
He was not cheating. He
Okay.
took $11,000 from Penny.
Yeah, we call
Uh,
that cheating where I'm from.
shit, that's not cheating. It has nothing to do with his game.
Oh,
But
fair enough.
so I don't know because I didn't see him play in high school, and I saw the games he played in college. And he was decent. He could play, no question about it. But what's the ceiling? Right? I mean, right now I just see him being very. I see him being very just rim running because he's very athletic. You know, using his length. To deflect shots and to protect the paint. He could hit threes, so hitting an occasional three, finishing around the basket.
Mm,
For the first, 2, 3 years, that's really all they really need from him
right,
is
right.
to do that. And while he's doing that, you just continue to develop your games, pushing your game away from the rim, away from the rim, away from the rim. You know,
No, I agree. Look
but
at their I'm looking at their roster.
mm,
Andrew Wiggins is making 30 this year, 31
30.
next year, and 33 2 seasons from now.
That's terrible.
They gotta
He
move
got
him.
to he got to step up, man.
He ain't. He is what he is. Like
He is who
he
he
is
is,
what he
man.
is, and he's hey man, you convince someone to pay you $122 million guaranteed. But I think you can dangle him. I really do. I think
Yeah,
somebody
I,
could.
I I think so. He 20. What does it say? 25, 26.
Yep.
Yeah. So his issue is he's making way too much money, but he's still a solid player, a good player. Only problem is he don't want no pressure. He
No,
don't want no pressure on him.
he just want to run up and down the court and look
That's it.
good.
That's it. Yeah.
So with Golden State, you're saying over, right?
Over. Yeah. But they still gonna be in that 7 and 10 range for the playoff fight.
That's fair. That's fair. It's with Clay, where do you see them? More 4 to 5
Yeah,
range?
potentially, yeah. With a healthy Dre and a healthy Clay, yeah. Oh yeah. Them three right there could, could
Yeah.
could potentially do some things. Then you add a Wiggins, and then you add a Oubre, and then you add a Wiseman. Oh yeah,
That's a
yeah,
nice
nice little
mix
team.
of old
It
and young
is.
guys.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt. All right. So next up, we have the Phoenix Suns.
Mhm.
Vegas has them at 38.5 wins.
Wow.
Let me run down some of the roster. We got Chris Paul.
Yep.
We got Devin Booker,
Yep.
DeAndre Ayton,
Mhm.
Jay Crowder. They got Dario Saric, Mikal Bridges, Jalen Smith from Terps. Who else they got? Etwan Moore, we know him. Langston Galloway, and that's pretty much it. The players we know.
So no bench, and I think that's what's gonna hurt
Yeah.
them. 38. I'm gonna go under.
Okay. You have them making the playoffs. Right now, they're in the 7th spot.
uh, yeah, I mean, I have them at that 7 and 10.
Okay. So you have them, Golden State, New Orleans, kind of all in the same mix.
Yeah, and Sacramento.
You have wow. So you have Sacramento jumping over the Grizzlies and the Rockets?
No, the Rockets gonna get a top six.
Oh, you have
Only
a
seven,
okay.
7 and 10 is 4 teams.
So
I
you have a
got
rock.
I got Golden State, Phoenix, Golden State, Phoenix. Um, what was the other team I had?
You have the Kings. You have the
Kings,
Kings.
Kings, and
Spurs,
New Orleans, and New Orleans.
New Orleans. Okay.
Mhm.
Looking at some of these contracts in Phoenix, you got Chris Paul making 41 million this season, 44 next year. Booker, even though he signed a max, like he's only making $30 million. That's
That's the
a
most. That's the most he gonna make.
well, he's his last season. I mean, yeah, his last season of contract, he'll make 35 million. But that's still almost 10 million less than Chris Paul. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And what is it, 2 or 3 more years on that contract?
he just re-upped his deal, so he has 4
Right.
years left.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
His agent ain't do what they're supposed to do.
yeah, like I mean,
He's supposed to be making more than that.
yeah.
In 3 years, he shouldn't be making nothing with a three in the front.
Bingo.
He should be 40 and something.
Yeah. And then after the Kardashians take his money, I don't know what he's going to do. He's a great guy. So Phoenix, is that a sleeper team still, or has the NBA been warned and they know about them? They know they're coming.
Chris Paul really makes them that much better, yeah. Because he allows Devin Booker to focus more on scoring, which is crazy to kind of say, but last year they had him in a role where he was playmaker and scorer. This year he could be much more scorer than playmaker.
Mm.
DeAndre Ayton playing with a person like Chris Paul, he's gonna make the game life much easier for him.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
And Ayton, although he's a cheater already, he's a solid big man.
Yeah, he did get caught with the steroids. I can't say.
These guys are just cheaters, bro. Nice people, though.
Don't say that, man.
Listen, he's taking steroids for what? You're 19.
I have no clue. I have no clue.
So, but nah, Phoenix, that's an interesting team, and we love Monty Williams, don't we?
Yes, sir. That's my man.
All right.
I like Monty a lot, man.
Next up, we have the perennial, they're always there, Portland Trailblazers.
Mm-hmm.
Vegas has them at 41.5 wins.
Yeah, I got them over.
Let me read down some of their roster. You got Dame, you got CJ. Look, whoa. Check this out, bro. Dame this year, 31 million. Next season, 43 million. Season after that, 47 million. Season after that, 50 million. Season after that, 54 million. Dude, in 24-25 season, he's making $54 million, bro.
Nice. And he ain't going nowhere either. Portland not getting rid of him.
Where am I going? I'm going to die here. I'm cool. $54 million in LA can get you a badass crib, right? $54 million in Portland might be able to buy you City Hall. It's insane. Anyways, we got CJ Covington. Nurkic is back. Rodney Hood. Derek Jones. I don't even know who that is, but Zach Collins.
Derek Jones is a good pickup. He's a young, super athletic player. They call him the helicopter or something like that. I forgot. It's a hot nickname. I can't think of what it is.
I'm gonna check him.
He's from Miami.
Okay. They got Zach Collins. Enes Kanter's back. Anthony Simons. Nasir Little. They got Harry Giles. Gary Trent Jr. They got a nice little team too, bro.
Dude, they bench is strong. Their starters are strong. Like I said, Hood is back. Nurkic is back. Man, my man Gary Trent. I don't know if you read the latest story on him where he didn't accept the extension. He was supposed to make an extension and make like 12 mil a year or something like that, and he turned it down because he wants a big contract.
So he bet on himself, basically.
And he bet on himself on Jimmy Butler style to buy his hairstyle. And I think it's gonna pay off for him. I don't think he's gonna get as big as contract as those guys got, but I think it's gonna pay off for him. He's not gonna get it from Portland, but another team is gonna pay him because that's really what it is.
You're just auditioning for your next contract, really.
And he already killing in preseason.
Yeah, I don't know why they don't have Melo on this, but he's
Melo not on there. Melo just signed another year.
Yeah. I don't know. He's not on this. But yeah, they got a nice team. So they got them at 41.5. And you said over.
Over.
But are they legitimate championship teams, you think?
Why not?
I mean, why?
If they're healthy, why not?
They can't.
Seriously, why not?
I don't think they could be.
What hurts them is the health.
I'm not sold that Dame Lillard is going to be your best player on a championship level team. Not to say he's not great.
normally on any championship team, your point guard is not your best player.
Right.
The last time that happened was Golden State, and before that, Isaiah.
Right. I agree.
But on Golden State, the last year, KD was their best player, but on the last two, but the ones before that, Steph was. But that's not normal. That's not it just don't happen in the NBA. Point guard is normally not your best player on a championship team.
I'm with you. I'm just perplexed that in 2 seasons, Dame Lillard's gonna make $104 million. Like,
Why not? He that dude, yeah.
he's a very good player. He is a very good player.
He's an all NBA player. What he missing is an MVP. He this year he need to be in that top 5 MVP run, which I'm thinking he's going to be.
Really, that's a now
Mhm.
that is. I kind of like where you going with that one. I wouldn't even thought of that, but yeah, that's not bad. Shit, $54 million. Goodness gracious. Listen to that. In 2 seasons, he's gonna make $104 million. Our next team up, the new Utah Jazz, their payroll for this season is only $109 million.
Wow.
It's
They're in a really good spot. They need another star though, man.
let me
Who-
go down. So let me say they got
Well,
Vegas
where's Vegas got?
42 and a half wins.
Hmm.
Let me go down some of the roster. You got Mike Conley, you got Rudy Gobert, Bojan Bogdanovic, you got Jordan Clarkson, who's actually carved out a nice career.
Mhm.
Joe Ingles, Derek Favors is back, Donovan Mitchell, Shaq Harrison is there.
Mhm.
They like you said, Utah's always there. Like
Mhm.
they're like the Spurs. They've literally always been there our whole life. So
They
42
gon-
and a half wins. What do you got?
over.
All right. So you
Mhm.
got them.
They're going to be a better team because now they didn't make any moves,
Not really. Nope.
but Conley is going to be a better player this year for them. He didn't play nowhere near up to the level he can play. And
Right.
I don't know if it was a comfortability level with the players or with the concepts and the offense or just just trying to figure out how to fit in because he's really laid back
Mm-hmm.
type,
Mm-hmm.
you know. But now, I mean, I seen him playing in the preseason. He looked much more comfortable.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it was the coaching staff really had to learn how to use him. Sometimes it takes a season to do that.
Oh,
Like
a
it, like
1,000%.
you think about when LaMarcus Aldridge went to San Antonio. That next summer, Pop came out publicly and apologized to LaMarcus Aldridge, and he was like, "Yo, I totally used him the wrong way."
And that
You know?
takes a lot of
Yeah.
courage to admit when you do
Mhm.
something wrong.
Mhm.
Yeah, Utah is just well coached. We all
Mhm.
know Quinn Snyder does a couple rails before the game. Guys are man. But he's they're always there. They're always 50 wins,
Mhm.
and they're always right there. So what's your take? Give me your ceiling on Donovan Mitchell.
He's a really good player, man. He could potentially reach an All NBA at least once in his career.
Hmm.
Um, he sometimes he get a little out of control with his shots. Shot selection still shaky, but I mean he's still really young.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, increase the free throw percentages, increase that 3-point percentage. You
He can
know,
ball though. He can definitely play.
he could, yes, he can. He ultimate competitor, really athletic.
No doubt. He will give you all he got too. He ain't gonna leave
Yes,
nothing.
sir.
I'm shooting every bullet. Ain't nothing gonna be left in the clip when I'm out.
Mhm.
All right. Next up, we have the Dallas Mavericks at 42 and a half wins. Let me go down some of their roster. Kristaps Porzingis, Timmy Hardaway.
He's done for the season?
No, who said that?
No. Oh, he's just hurt.
He's hurt every weekend, so he'll miss.
But he sure is not for the season.
No, I don't think so. Why would
Okay.
I? He wasn't. No, he was. He missed the last week or the playoffs in the bubble, but I thought
Yeah.
he'd be back by now.
I don't know.
I'll take a look into that. They got to see Porzingis, Tim Hardaway Jr., James Johnson. Who the hell is James Johnson? Who am I missing? Like
Yeah, he's older. He's a vet.
Yeah, he's 33. He's making
Yeah,
$16 million. I've never heard of him.
that's a lot of money, but he's a vet.
He's
He not a bad player, but he ain't you know you're not you're not scouting for him.
well,
You're not game plan.
you got Josh Richards, Dwight Powell, Maxi Kleber, Luka, MVP Doncic, Willie Cauley Stein's there, Boban Marjanovic, Trey Burke, Jalen Brunson, another Villanova guy. That's pretty much it. I'm looking at this roster. Mm, not feeling it.
You don't like Hardaway Jr. there, right? Still,
Yeah, he's
okay.
still
They got rid of. They don't have Wesley Matthews not there. That's a loss, bro.
If they win 42 and a half games, it's going to be 90% on Luka.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I'm going under with these fools. What do you got?
Hold on, I'm looking now. Yeah.
I am not feeling this roster at all.
You're not liking it. It's the
not
same roster they had. It's the same roster they had last year. Besides Wesley Matthews.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not like Josh Richardson. Like, he was terrible in Philly. Like, I didn't. I would have kept
That's because of the way they ran their offense. I don't particularly blame him for that.
I would have kept Seth Curry for this because give Luka some stretching and some 3-point shooting so he can operate down there. I'm not feeling this roster at all, bro.
No, I think they couldn't. I don't think they had the contract where you could match.
He was unrestricted.
Yeah, unrestricted. Yeah.
Well, I'm not feeling this roster. Would you got them over or under, bro?
And it's 42.
42 and a half. Yep.
Under.
Yeah. This is my team that's going to do some backsliding. But Luka will be MVP either this year or next. It's happening.
He definitely has. He definitely have an MVP trophy in his future.
Yeah. All right. Next up, we have the Denver Chicken Nuggets. They're going there. Vegas has them at 44 and a half wins.
They're my people. I like me some Denver.
I know you like Denver. And they obviously showed out well in the bubble last year. Let's look at some of their roster. You got Jamal Murray.
They ran gas. That's why they couldn't really compete with the Lakers.
I don't think the Lakers feared them not one bit.
No, but they had no gas left. Dude, imagine coming back from 3-1, 2 series in a row, playing 7 games, and then you got to play a team who's sweeping everybody. And they got LeBron and AD.
Yeah, and they don't have to travel no more. They can just chill in the hotel.
I mean, they ain't stand a chance against the Lakers.
They got a nice team, though. Of course, Michael Porter Jr.
Who has to turn that corner because he's most likely gonna be starting this year.
Bol. I hope we got another Columbia, my hometown, Greg Whittington. I hope he plays this year. I think he will, though. I hope he will. He's only 27. What do you think, bro? 44 and a half wins.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Easy.
Over?
Yeah, definitely.
Wow. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you have them.
They're potentially second in the West. So number 2 seed in the West.
Really? So you have them over the Clippers then, I presume?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
What's your take on RJ Hampton?
Who you play for?
He played for Denver.
He probably not gonna get much burn. They got so many guards.
I agree. They need to get rid of either Gary Harris or Will Barton, I think.
Gary Harris still young. He just got to stay healthy. He's good, man. Will Barton is probably the one that's about to be shipped out.
He has a nice contract, only at $13 million. So that's
Will Barton.
That's a good movable contract.
What's Gary's?
Gary got 2 more years. He's making 20 this year and then 20 next year.
20 million?
20 million, yes, sir.
Wow. Gary Harris?
Yes, sir.
Wow.
They got 57 million guaranteed left on this contract.
Oh wow. That actually may end up hurting him.
Turn out to the IRS. Let's see. We got Paul Millsap's back for another year. What do you think about him?
So because Denver shipped out Grant and Plumlee,
Right.
Millsap's still starting, which I really want him to come off the bench. And then they're moving Michael Porter Jr. into the lineup, playing with Millsap. I don't know, man. I don't know. We're gonna see how we're gonna see how it works. I really wish they could have kept Grant, or if they had to choose between Grant and Plumlee, I would have went Grant because he's younger, and I mean Grant, yeah, he's a workhorse, man. Gosh, Lee.
Denver is in a weird spot, bro. Because clearly they have the talent, clearly they have the pedigree, clearly they could play with anybody. But I don't. You trust them?
I do.
He's putting a stack in Vegas on them to get to the Western Conference Finals.
Not a stack, but I like them getting there. I'm not so Clippers getting there.
Well, speaking of the Clippers, great segue, brother.
Next up, that's how I do that thing.
Next up, have you done radio?
I have not.
Next up, we have the Fighting Sterlings. I mean, Los Angeles Clippers at 45.5 wins. Yeah. Let me go down some of the roster. We know them all, but they have Paulie George. They have Kawhi Leonard, Marcus Morris, Patrick Reed Beverly, Serge Ibaka, Lou Williams, Zubac, Luke Kennard. That's a dookie from the past. Wait a minute. Luke Kennard's only 24 years old.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, dude. He's only like 23, 24.
Where do these guys go? Like, you don't hear from him for like 6 years. Who else they got? They got Patrick Patterson. They got Nicholas Batum. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
They got new coach, Ty Lue, championship pedigree as a player and as a head coach. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. Vegas got them at 45.5 in. 45.5 wins.
I have them over that, but I'm still not sold. I mean, I have to see like their first 10, 15 games because I don't know what they're gonna look. I mean, I've seen their preseason games. They don't look much different than they looked last year. And still don't have a point guard.
That's it. I
think they're in major need of.
I don't understand why they don't have a point guard. Like a point
guard. All these point guards out there.
Right. Like that's the position that you can actually find playing at the LA Fitness. You can find a quality point guard playing at LA Fitness. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand, I do like the Serge Ibaka upgrade.
I like it too, but it ain't. I don't think it's nothing to write home about. But and I think it is an upgrade. But
I'm not sure about I'm not sure about giving Marcus Morris 64 million guaranteed. I'm just not. And by the way, have you heard that him and his brother share the same account? What's your take on that? Like two grown men sharing the same account.
I think it's different because I'm not a fan of it, but I think because things are different with twins. Man.
Sure, and they are close twins. Like they are.
Yeah, things are different. Most people can't understand that the whole thing of twins. Yeah, it's truly like they're one person.
And they are really like one person.
Yeah, so I can never understand it. If you're not a twin, you cannot understand it.
I'm with you on that.
So for us it makes no sense, but for them it makes total sense.
Totally. So you saying 45.5?
Over. But again, I'm not sold they could win a chip. I'm not sold they'll even get to the Western Conference Finals or the finals.
It's
I'm not
interesting.
sold, man. I like Denver. I like Denver better than that.
I might agree with you. I might. And they need a point guard. I don't know.
I think they need a point guard badly.
Yeah.
Losing out on Rondo sucked.
Yeah. Yeah.
He would have been awesome for them.
I agree.
He would have been
I agree.
really good for them.
All right. Number one seed. We have the world champion, 17-time world champion, Los Angeles Lakers at
Mhm.
46 and a half wins. Let me go down the roster, even though they're on TV every day and we all know them. LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Dennis Schroeder, KCP, Montreal Harrell, Wesley Matthews, Kyle Kuzma, Caruso, Gasol, Dudley Morris, Talon Horton Tucker, who's been kicking ass, Quinn Cook still back, DMV guy, Dookie. I mean, I'm gonna keep it real with you as a reformed Laker fan. I still bleed purple and gold. I just hate the LeBron stands that came with him. They irk me. Um, bruh, bruh, bruh. When you talk about depth,
Yeah.
I don't see it. I just don't see it. This could be one of the best teams that we've seen. Like, I think it has that type of potential. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Even if they lost AD or LeBron, I still think they're a finals contender in the West. Yes, I think they're that good.
Wow. Whoa.
Yes,
Slow
yes.
down. Slow
No,
down, partner.
bro, I am telling you, even if they lost LeBron James, right,
Mhm.
who was on year 18, 19, right, who an injury, it's the we don't want nothing to happen to him, but the law of averages. It's all about averages, you know. I think they could still win I'm not gonna say a championship, but they could get a deep, deep run in the Western Conference, even without.
I think so. AD can
Yes.
AD can lead a team. He can carry it. He can carry a team. He's shown that in Portland. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, sorry, in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
But championship, no, they need each other. LeBron can't do it without AD, and AD can't do it without LeBron.
Oh, hear me out on that. Hear me out on that.
Okay.
LeBron can't do it without AD. I think AD actually might be able to do it. I think
Without LeBron,
yes, yes.
you crazy.
I think he's actually going into another level of his career. He's 27, and we
Yeah,
all know usually you start peaking at
your
28,
prime.
27, right? I'm looking at this roster, bro. Mark Gasol, a guy like that at $2.5 million, bro.
Yeah,
Man, he's one of the
and
best.
he probably only been playing about 20, 22 minutes a game.
I wouldn't even play him until like after February.
Yeah, you only need him. You really only want him for playoffs.
That's it. That's it. I'm telling you, bro, this is one of the most. This is one of the deepest teams I've seen.
Oh, I like the roster. I like the roster a lot. I like the team a lot. I don't even see another team close to them. And that's not saying um, they're gonna rack up all these wins and just beat teams like this, is that, and the third. I could care less about the regular season, and
Right.
I'm sure LeBron and AD could care less about the regular season. But in the playoffs, there's no team that can beat them 4 times.
No team can beat them for it. I totally agree. Now,
Nope.
but now, remember, we got to think about Vegas. This is the over and under for the regular season,
Yeah, I know.
and it has them at 46 and a half.
Mhm.
What are you saying? You going over?
Yeah, I'm over. I think they can hit. I think they can hit that 46 mark.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree.
Even though LeBron's probably going to be taking off quite a bit this season.
Good.
Yeah, I agree. I don't need you playing 40 minutes a game in a
No,
regular season for what? What you need?
no.
Because
Sit your ass down.
yeah, they're not trying all super hard to try to get the first seed, and you just want to get top 4.
I just want to get top four and want to be healthy.
Top,
Forget
yeah,
the. I just
yep.
want to be healthy, and then we going to just run through everybody. That's it. Then that's it, bro. So, all right, let's go back to you wanted to retouch on your MVP and your Rookie of the Year. Go for it.
So rookie of the year, I was still fighting. I was still
You had Wiseman,
debating debating between. I said Wiseman and Obi
Obi, right.
from New York Knicks. Um, I still like Obi better, but I don't think Obi will win it because the Knicks are gonna suck so bad.
Okay.
So it's hard to give it to a player when your team suck. Um, I think Wiseman, who I think starts tonight. Well, I don't know if he starts, but I think he plays tonight. I think I was looking at their roster. I was looking at their game a little bit the other day. I could see big time where he could get some minutes. So I'm gonna go for a time. I'm gonna go with Wiseman.
Okay. I'm going to stick with my pick, LaMelo Ball, as the Rookie of the Year.
I
And
love too.
you wanted to recant your MVP vote?
Well, I didn't say recant. Watch yourself. um, though I believe that um, AD will play well enough to really be because my I chose AD.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Though I believe LeBron is going to want to try to get him one
Okay.
since LeBron already has four and AD has none. But it's going to be hard for writers and reporters who vote on this thing to give it to a. There'll be a top three team in the league, and then they have the Hall of Fame top five player ever, LeBron James, on a team who's going to be averaging 25, 5, and 5.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's just really hard to give a player MVP knowing that the second person on his team is averaging that type of numbers.
Right. And that's just chilling. That's not even playing.
Yeah, I mean he's waking up. He wake up out of bed 25, 5, 5. So I'm gonna take back my AD
Okay. Okay.
and I'm gonna go Giannis for the third straight
Uh,
since LeBron.
uh, I don't like it, bro.
Giannis is gonna give us what he's been giving us these last 2 years.
Sure.
He gonna have a top five team in the league. Again, his second best player is All Star Michael Red. I mean, I'm sorry,
Chris Middleton.
Chris Middleton.
Uh-huh.
Um, Luca, who everybody's choosing.
All right.
He won't have the wins. His team won't have the wins
They
to
won't.
get to give him the MVP.
Looking at that roster, nope, ain't had.
KD, coming off of two major injuries like that, he way too high risk for me.
Yeah.
Like 72 games, I don't see that. I'm thinking KD will probably get you 50 games and then he'll get you the playoffs.
Sure.
45 to 50 games and then playoffs.
No back-to-backs neither. We ain't doing back-to-backs, KD.
He most likely not going to do back-to-backs. And then Harden is probably going to be up there, like he always kind of is.
Yeah. He's top three.
Yeah.
Insane.
So out of all them, I think Giannis has a really, really, really good shot at getting a third one.
You're looking at it like he's the safest out of those other guys.
He's out of all those other guys, he's the safest bet.
Okay. You know what? You kind of hit on to something that I've been thinking about for this MVP.
Well,
I'm going to say Dame Lillard.
Yeah, don't sleep on Dame.
I think that
it might be his time, bro.
I'm about to say it could be his time. They could get hot and maybe slide into like a third. Like they could, let's say they could finish ahead of like a Utah or I see Dallas dropping down. So why couldn't they finish top four? And let's say Dame averages
Portland probably will finish top four.
Yeah, let's say he averages 37 points.
Well, no, because Nurkic is back. Rodney Hood is back.
I ain't worried about none of them.
Yeah, I'm talking about, but these are double-digit scores. Rodney Hood averaged 15, 16 a game. Nurkic averaged 19, 20 a game.
Listen.
So you're not averaging 37 with you have guys averaging that type of stuff.
Fine. 32. 30 points, 7
30.
assists, 5 rebounds. I'm going with Dame Lillard, bro. I'm putting.
I'm not mad at that. I like it.
Oh, there you go.
It's really you're really going out there.
Yeah,
But
I'm gonna get
but
good.
if Dame want to truly win a chip, which I believe he really wants to win a chip,
Sure.
he got to start playing MVP level, first team All NBA level.
I'm with you. I think it's
But that doesn't come with scoring more points.
no.
That comes with empowering the people around him, the players around him, and creating more for them.
Well, he will. He will.
That's the next step in his game. It's great. Everybody know he could score easily, but truly empowering the Nurkic and the Mellows and the and CJ and the bench and all them guys, really empowering them to be better players. That's the next step. But
Last year he averaged 34 and 8, shooting 46% from the field and 40% from three. Let's just say he goes to 27, but bumps up his assist to 11 or 10, and then they still
he's
make
not
the
averaging
top
that much
three.
assists. He ain't averaging that much assists.
You just said he's going. You got Nurkic back the full year, right?
Yep.
You got Zach Collins, who I really like. Zach Collins is a really good player.
Zach is yep. Zach is a nice young player.
He's a really good player. I'm going with Dame, man. Fuck it. Dame is my
Yeah.
guy.
Listen, bro. I ain't mad at that. It could be Dame's year next year. He 100% easily has the talent to be MVP of this league.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, listen, bro. We got our numbers in.
All right.
Lastly, let me get your NBA champion.
We did that part one, but I got the LA Lakers.
You got the Lakers.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
All right. What else we got? Let's see. Who's going to be the biggest disappointment team this year?
I think a Dallas can be.
Okay.
Especially with the way everybody going for Luka.
Yeah, he they're gonna be gunning at it this year.
Yeah. I think a Houston could be. Because you can't trust Wall and Boogie's health.
I agree. Even though Wall's got a lot to prove,
Wall and Boogie has a lot to prove.
Yeah.
Boogie lost out on hundreds of millions of dollars, bro.
Yeah.
Hundreds of millions that he'll never see.
Never. He only making $2 million this year, bro.
Dude. He was about to get he was weeks away from being super paid. And then just boom. All taken away from him.
Sucks.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
But yeah, Houston and Dallas. Those are the two that give me like Houston end up being some old 7th seed or something stupid. You know.
No doubt. Now, so I know you've been watching a little bit of preseason. We're gonna get out of here in a few. What's your take on the no fans? Like, I know we would all like fans, you know what I'm saying? I get it, but what's your take on it? Like, what's the intensity?
It's weird.
It's weird or whack? Which one?
Both. It's weird and whack. But I think right now for the preseason, they're not doing everything they're gonna do when the season starts. So
you mean like pumping crowd noise?
Yeah, that all that type of stuff, so that the people at home don't feel like it's not a full crowd. Like right now, watching the preseason, I could feel and see that there's no crowd. But for the regular season, I don't think they're gonna do that.
If someone offered you tickets to, let's say, the Wizards game, would you go?
Yes. The only problem is my wife probably wouldn't let me go.
Okay.
I don't know if DC is one of the places that is allowing. I think it's only five. I think this says only 5 states that's allowing teams. I mean, allowing fans.
We know Texas is. We know Florida is.
But COVID numbers are going crazy. You seen the numbers yesterday?
Bruh. It's like
Cool.
5,000 people dying daily with this. And like everyone's just like, whatever. It's insane. It's I mean, you hate to say it, but it just feels like most of America's over it. Like they just don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like it's scary when you think about it, bro.
Very.
Like they just literally, Rome, they don't care. Like it's, I mean, and it's funny because it's not even a white or black thing. It's actually one of the rare things that Americans have been unified on. Most of America just are over it. They're not with wearing masks. You look at every like club in Atlanta to
Well, Atlanta never did the mask thing. And Atlanta's one of the lowest. Like, their numbers are one of the lowest.
I know it's weird, bro.
Yeah.
2020 is just listen. You can tell your kids, man, 2020 some shit. Like yo,
2020 gonna be in the record books
in the record books, 1,000%. There will never be. It's just a weird year, man. But I don't know. You know, like I've been watching a lot of English Premier League. You know, I'm a big soccer fan. What we call football.
Football.
And they pump crowd noise in, but it doesn't sound phony. Like I kind of like it. You know what I'm saying?
The NBA doesn't sound phony.
I'm just not feeling it, bro. Playing in an open, like certain sports, you can play in an open gym, right? Like basketball, football, you can't fake, right? Like someone's really going to try to.
Football is real weird without the fans. I think the NBA is much better. To me, NBA is much better. So? Yeah, football is super weird because those arenas are so much larger, and it's really like
they're cavernous. You can't. Yeah, it's 60, 70,000 people, and there's no like it's a damn town. Like,
yeah,
and it's insane, bro. But yo, bro, this is awesome, man. You know we love doing this, man. We always get our
doubt.
Let's check back in on All-Star break and see where we are, see where we stand.
Yes, sir.
All right, brother. Always a pleasure, man. Tell
everyone
I said peace.
All right, peace out.
All right, brother.